The West End has been seen as a mostly single-focused area in Vancouver. With close proximity to the booming nightlife and high-end shops, the West End makes to be a hot spot for fun-seeking individuals. But recently you'd notice that there is not so much partying as there is baby carriages and small children holding on to mommy's hand while walking down the street. More and more families are popping up in Vancouver's West End. And with the addition of these youngins, preschools and daycares are in high demand, and the city of Vancouver knows it. Andrea Reimer says that the need for childcare is a long time coming and that Vancouver is attempting to rectify the problem.
City. So Vancouver is the only city that has developed formal policies around supporting childcare, because although we don't have the tools or the financing authority or the constitutional jurisdiction or authority, we have a lot of parents and families who desperately need access to childcare.
But the question is, are they really that desperate? Virginia Carlton, nursing student at Vancouver Community College, says that her kids aren't enrolled in preschool or daycare.
When my husband and I decided to have another child and I started going to school full-time, it was just not an option for us to even look for daycares because we know there's huge waiting lists.
According to Reimer, Vancouver is aware of the cost issue related to childcare in Vancouver.
We just put $5 million more into the Child Care Endowment Reserve last year. It was a surplus we had at budget year end. We put the whole thing into the Child Care Endowment, and it provides subsidies for families who need it, and particularly infant and toddlers, so 2 years and under, because those are much more expensive spaces because of the staffing ratios that are required.
Sunny Webster, owner of Little Ray Kids Club, says legally she can have 15 students per teacher, but doesn't have enough staff to support that ratio.
This is why we can't take any more kids, because we don't have staff, right? That is the biggest problem.
Carlton and her husband decided that having a one-income household to cut childcare costs outweighed any disadvantages.
So he would just be working and putting money into daycare, so we just decided he was going to stay home with them and we're going to make less money.
Reimer says that is unacceptable.
But it's just kind of nuts that right off the bat we would take skilled, experienced, involved people in our workplace and make it impossible for them to work because they can't find childcare.
Another way the city is contributing to childcare in the West End is through the West End Community Plan. The plan has been stirring up controversy for residents, but has been officially approved as of November of 2013. According to the plan, childcare units are set to increase by 366 spaces, but the numbers aren't actually where they should be. For children under the age of 4, the city is planning to add 245 units to the area, but that's 103 less than what's actually needed. Reimer says that there can never be enough childcare, but with very little provincial backing, it's hard to meet the demand.
You look at Quebec, where they have $10 a day childcare and a very strong provincial investment. Ontario has significantly higher investment. But then on top of that, the Canadian government is the only one in the OECD countries, the developed countries, to not invest in childcare. We have no national childcare strategy.
All in all, Reimer and Webster can only think of positive advantages to early childhood care.
Cultural experience, English retention, exposure to English and English retention. There's a lot of very excellent reasons in a society like the one we have to be able to support families by having early childhood education.
Well, they need social skill, right? No matter how much you can teach a child at home, they need that interaction.
For Langara News, I'm Kelci Nicodemus.